I get leads for my photography business on autopilot because of my blog on my website. Now, as a photographer, you've probably heard 10,000 times, oh, you need a blog, you need a blog. But do you actually? The answer is still yes, and later on in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how my blog has made me money by people and potential clients finding me through my blog. In case you don't know what a blog is, let's define it. It's basically just Instagram, but longer. If your Instagram profile is like your blog, then each Instagram post is like a blog post. The difference is your blog lives on your website and it's something that you own, and you don't have to fight with an algorithm because your blog is all of your content. You can publish pictures, videos, and written text. What's great about blog posts though is there's not really a limit to how much you can write and how many photos that you can include per post. And similarly to Instagram, each blog post allows you to share not just your photos or your work, but also your personality, your knowledge, stories, and insights. So it's more than just sharing your photos. And now you might be thinking, well, Emily, I'm not a writer, I'm a photographer, I'm not trying to write a bunch of stuff here. But I first want to make it clear that you don't have to be a writer to have a blog. What you are is a photographer, and that usually also means you're a storyteller. That's basically what we're doing on your blog. You can think of your blog as your ever-evolving portfolio. Here is a snapshot of what my blog looks like, and you can see that I'm sharing not only my own client and portfolio work, but also answers to frequently asked questions and more. Unlike social media, where your posts can sometimes disappear into the algorithm ether almost as soon as you publish it, your blog posts live on forever. I have blog posts that I wrote years ago that's still getting traffic today, meaning people are still visiting and reading this blog thanks to websites like Google and Pinterest. My favorite part about blogging is it's essentially free if you already have a website. Now, let's talk about the results that I see from blogging. Like I said, I get leads pretty much on autopilot because of my website and in turn because of my blog, which means my blog helps make me money. So let's take a look at that now. Here you can see what my website hits looked like when I first created it. So meaning how many people visited my website. If we look here, when I first made my website back in 2018, not a lot. Not a lot of people, 0 most days. And if we keep scrolling over, about here is when I started blogging. And then you can see that my website views increased because here during this period of time, I was blogging about once a week, maybe 3 times a month. So this is data all the way up until about October 2021. And then we switch on over to the new Google Analytics and we can see slowly that my website views just keep rising. And the goal is not to have an immediate spike in views. It's to have this grow over time, which is exactly what's happening. So I am more than pleased with my results. So if you're not collecting this data right now, all you need to do is install Google Analytics on your website. I don't even utilize all of the features of it. I just want to start collecting the data. So later on, when I'm ready, I can use it when I need it. What we're looking at now is about 6 years worth of data. And you can see between October 2021 and April 2024, I have about 146,000 users versus, 24-ish thousand users. So that is about, 6 times the number of people on my website over time, which is great. And if you look at these graphs, about 54% of these users came from organic search, which means they came from a Google search. And that breakdown looks very similar in more recent years as well. Okay, so that's great. All these people are on my website, but what does that actually mean bookings-wise? So if we jump into my CRM, which I use Dubsado right now, I have leads coming in consistently. So 114 leads in total, and 68 of them, so 60%, came from Google. When I say leads, I mean the number of people that have filled out the contact form on my website. So right now, that is 114 starting from January 2023 until April 2024. This isn't even all-inclusive because some people email me directly, and when they do that, sometimes I forget to track them, which means they don't show up here. But of those 114 people that filled out the contact form on my website, 60% of them, or 68 of them, came directly from Google. And again, if we go back to my analytics, The reason that people are finding me on Google is because of my blog posts. So if we scroll down, we can see these first two links are contributing to a lot of views on my website. These are from blog posts. This is a blog post. And if we look in here, we can scroll down and see even more of these links that are bringing traffic to my website are all blog posts. So this is how my blog helps me make money. I wanted to share this data with you so that you can see that blogging really is the long game. This data is over the span of 6 years of blogging. Strategic, consistent blogging will pay off in the long run. And when I say consistent, I don't mean consistent forever. You don't have to publish one blog post every single week for the rest of your life. You can start with a short time commitment. So maybe it's for the next 3 months, I commit to publishing one blog post a week or 2 blog posts a month. We just want to get started somewhere. And the best way to do that is to commit to a consistent schedule for a certain period of time. You might even find that you like doing it, and then you can just add it into your regular marketing tasks that happen on a weekly or monthly basis. I'll also tell you that right now, even though I'm still publishing blog posts, I am not nearly as consistent as I used to be, and I am still seeing people come visit blog posts that I wrote years and years ago. Before we keep going, I would love to know if you already have a blog, so like this video if you do, and comment below if you do not have a blog yet, but you are ready to get started. Now, how do we actually put our blog to use? Your blog isn't just meant to sit there and look pretty on your website. Let's get into my 3 favorite ways to actually put your blog to work today. One of the quickest ways to start getting eyes on your blog posts is to start sharing them with clients or potential clients. Let's say I have somebody reach out that wants to do their photo session at a specific location. Well, if I've already shot at that location before and I've published a blog post on it, I can share the link to that blog post with them so they can get an idea of what my work looks like at that place. This is a double win because number 1, I'm driving traffic to my website because that client or potential client is definitely going to click on the link to see what it looks like. And 2, I'm answering their question in a neat and organized fashion, which shows that I'm a professional, I'm an expert, and I have in fact done this before. The second way to drive traffic to your blog is to share the blog post on Pinterest. So what I like to do is at the bottom of every blog post, I include pin graphics. This is just a vertical graphic that tells a little bit about what people can find inside of the blog post and encourages them to then click on the link when they see it on Pinterest. I also have installed the Pinterest add-on to my website so that people can easily save my photos to their own inspiration boards on Pinterest. The third way to use your blog is to repurpose that content to Instagram. I bet you are already on Instagram, and what I was doing before I started using my blog strategically was I would start with the Instagram post. So I would take all of this time to write the caption, I would take all of this time to pick the 10 photos for the carousel, then I would publish it, and then maybe it would get likes, maybe it wouldn't. When I changed my process to be more strategic and start with the blog post first, posting to Instagram became a lot easier because I was doing all of the legwork up front for the blog post, and the work for that blog post pays off longer. So I was more motivated to write the blog post than I was to post to Instagram. So what you can do is after you've written the blog post, pull your 5 or 10 favorite images from the post, pull a bit of text that you already wrote on the blog post, copy and paste that into the caption, and boom, your Instagram post is done. When we talk about writing blog posts, we are not just throwing words into the void. We are building a strategic library of content that we can share with our current and future potential clients. So this blog post content should speak directly to your ideal client's needs. And when it does, what we're doing is driving traffic to our website. And when we drive more traffic to our website, we are in turn driving more traffic to our services, which means more money. Your action plan now is to commit to a blogging schedule. So maybe that is 1 blog post a week for 3 months, or maybe it's twice a month for 3 months. Whatever it is, comment below the schedule that you are committing to. The goal here is to establish an initial bank of blog content and then to get yourself into the blogging rhythm so that after every client session, you know that you need to go write a blog post about it. Now, if you're brainstorming what to actually write in the blog posts, stay tuned for my next video where I will show you how I never run out of blog post ideas.